Folks, the sun is shining. Just as I turned the camera on, the sun came out. So what have we done and where are we? Well, all I've really done at this stage is taken the base gasket off. I've cleaned it up a little bit. I did take one of the rings off and I put it into the bore. I'll show you. I put it into the bore here and I measured the gap, and the gap, to be fair, is very close to its limits. So what do? I'm beginning to wonder whether it might be a good idea to go for 0.5 of a mil rebore. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know yet. I may check it. There's a bore gauge on its way tomorrow, so when the bore gauge comes through I will check it with that. If these are okay with the bore gauge and they're on their limits, which I believe is 66 mil, and no, not the limits, that's the standard 66, and I think that the actual service limit is 66.9. I will check that on the manual. But if these are, then I will get these rebored for 0.5 of a mil. Don't know, we'll see how we go. As I said, I don't need to really wait for the bore gauge. When the bore gauge comes through, we can get an accurate reading of the diameter of the bores. They do look pretty good now though, but all that may be wasted if we need to rebore. We shall see. Anyway, going back to over here, this is all really ready for a base gasket. I'll order a complete gasket set over the next week or so. When the gasket set comes through, we'll put the base gasket on there, we'll tidy it up a little bit, get rid of all the oil which keeps coming from the cam chain. Let's put that back over there and we'll tidy that up, and then hopefully, if, as I've said, the bore is okay, I may go for a new set of rings, standard rings. The pistons look alright, go for a new set of rings and then put the barrels back on, but we'll see. In the meantime, the cylinder head. I want to do a test again on here because I'm not quite sure whether this worked last time or whether I did the test last time. I'm going to do what I call, they used to call it paraffin test. You might pour it down the bore when it's on an engine to see if any paraffin leaks and goes quicker than any of the other bores, to test for clearance and piston blow by. We could do the same type of test on the other side of this cylinder head. Let me just put you back in the tripod. There you go. I'm going to bring you in a little bit. I've got as close as I dare to the cylinder head without messing up the shot, but let's see what we got. Put the plugs back in because obviously you want to seal it. I'm going to pour some liquid in there and fill them up and see if the valves leak. They've been lapped, but I think I did this test before, I can't remember, so we're going to do it again before we put it back together. Probably leave this overnight with the fluid in there and see what the levels are tomorrow morning. Let's start here. of each chamber goes down over the next 5-10 minutes. I'll be back shortly. Well, I've checked the level, guys, and it looks pretty good. This one, there was a slight seep on that one, but I don't think it's anything to worry about. I've looked in there with a torch. That one was a little bit wet, but not over the top. Not over the top at all. That one didn't see anything, didn't see anything, didn't see anything. So it's looking pretty good. And it's the same as well for the exhausts. The exhausts are much the same. So all in all, I'd say that was pretty reasonable. Right, I hope you can hear me. Yeah, that's the idea. We're going to file that down, or grind it down. Do the hole, tap the thread, and then I'll be back with some testing, and you'll be able to see what sort of readings we get. Be quite interesting. And if this works on here, it may save me a lot of work with the casings. I won't film all this because it'd be a pretty boring sort of thing to do, but I need to get it down flush with this surface so that we can find the circle that this putty's filled. I dressed it, ground it back with an angle grinder, cheated a little bit. I tried to file, but unfortunately it clogs up the file. So I have to clean that out. Anyway, ground it back, both sides, drilled it, and I'm now tapping a 6mm thread. And we'll see how that feels when we put a bolt in. I cannot see this holding as well as aluminium, but I could be wrong. That's now got the 6mm thread in. So let's find a 6mm bolt. .6mm bolt, just going to give it a bit of a clean up. So let's see what we got. I'm going to put this in the vise. Let's see if I can pull it. Can you guys still see that? Now this is in the JB Weld substance, filler, putty, whatever you want to call it. And let's see what we got when we try and pull that. Now bear in mind, this is a long bolt, so it could lever. Now I'm putting quite a lot of pressure on that. That is exceptionally good. You can see the bench move. Now I don't know what the tensile, poundage, kilograms, whatever, but I'm impressed with how that is holding. So it looks as if we might be out of the woods. I can't strip that thread by pulling. The bench moves. So that's impressive. That is very impressive indeed. It does not give. Looking at that, that makes me think. I'm quite surprised actually how strong that is. I I thought it would have stripped it. I mean, I'm pulling on that with my foot on the bench and a pair of mole grips on that bolt, just pulling straight out. That's got to be over 5 kilos of pulling. And that little spring that moves the clutch is not 5 kilos. I may take a chance. I may take a chance. I'll put some thought into it. But I have to say, I'm impressed with what I've seen with that product. And on that note, I'm going to stop the video and I'll be back later. Bye for now.